Hello again and welcome to a new video. This is our end of March 2022 plate Toyota Hilux double cab 2.8 D4D manual Invincible X, so top of the range, done just 9,516 miles, due to have its first service this March, but we're going to take it into Toyota and get that done. Now, by having the Toyota service your car regularly, yearly, they will extend the current 5-year warranty up to 10 years or 100,000 miles year by year. So very important to have that Toyota service history. Now the vehicle is in exceptional condition. There are no marks or scratches. I'm going to bring you into the front of the vehicle here and show you all around. You can see that we fitted a Toyota bonnet guard on the top there. There's no pitting or chips at the front of the vehicle. We've got surround view on this vehicle, so we've got a camera at the front as well. I'll just bring you down, show you just underneath. There's no scuffing under there. Just come round and show you this side. Now there's rear parking sensors, rear camera, got the 360 as well view, and the front parking sensors sort of come out at an angle, and they come into play basically when you're turning, so you don't catch anything, and you can bring on the front camera to show you right in front of the vehicle, obviously. I'm just trying to, the light today has sort of been quite yellowy as the sun was setting, so we've had to wait for the sun to sort of die down. So we've just got the LED lights in the showroom so we can get the colour nice and true. And I'm going to bring you up onto the bonnet now. There are no chips, as I say, there are no scratches. It's all been machine polished to give it a really glossy finish. Come back out. I'm going to bring you up. All of the windscreens in really nice condition. There's no damage on there at all. If we come up onto the roof, all in lovely condition, no damage up there. We've also fitted some wind deflectors. Now these are the later design, and they sort of match up in the middle, and they don't stick out awkwardly like some of the older designs. Nice and flush down the side of the vehicle. Just come back out on this side now. Give you a side profile of the vehicle. Just have to hold it there for a second while the camera sorts the light out. We've got the side steps opposed to the bars with the stepping on, which are actually quite nice. They sort of fill that gap between the front wheel and the rear wheel really nicely. This has got the later alloy wheels, and what I mean by that is if you can see the sort of almost like horseshoe design around the outside, they're not diamond cut, but they're very slightly lighter. I don't quite know how they've got that effect, but it's really nice. If we look down the side of the vehicle, got a lot of reflection from the cabinets behind, so I will show you this angle from the back of the vehicle. There are no ding dents down the side at all. Just move around the front to the other side. If I come down low on this side, yeah, we haven't got any cabinets this side, so we get a better view. I'm just going to flick the camera down and up, try and reset. There we go. You can see those panels lovely and clean. Like I say, no dents. We've got cameras up under the wing mirrors here. We'll show you that when we get into the vehicle. Let's bring you up and show you this side. On the roof, all of the screen. We've got keyless entry on the door as well, either side. Just come back out. If I can move back far enough, I've got the wall behind me. And you can see the vehicle from this side now. And again, the wheels, none of the wheels are marked, all of the tyres, really good condition. No damage on the side steps. We've got 2 keys with the vehicle and 2 keys with the new roller shutter that we've had fitted, or we fitted here actually. So we've put a brand new sliding mountaintop on this vehicle in black. Let's try and get that. There we go. So this is, like I say, brand new. Now, they didn't have the roll bars in stock, so we've priced the vehicle as it stands. However, if you did want the roll bars fitted, please give me a call. We can get a slight trade discount. We can fit them for free. So if you wanted the roll bars look great. I love the roll bars on these. They do cause a little bit of wind noise around about 70 if it's a bit windy. So some people might prefer not to have them. Just show you that view from the back down this side. I just wanted to show you around the filler cap. No damage there. Now, if we come up onto the top, when we fitted this roller shutter, we've got this licest, if I just zoom in, which is like a plastic rubbery paint surface. Now, before we fitted this, we bought some like a thick gel tape, which we stuck to the bottom of this before it went down. So it would just take up the gaps of that uneven finish so that it would make it watertight. I mean, they're not completely watertight, these tops anyway, but we didn't want it to be any worse. So we've made sure that that was all done properly. Now, there's no tow bar on this one, which, you know, pros and cons. You know, it's not been towing anything up until now, and you can always have one fitted. We've got rear parking sensors on there. They just come down low. See, all the bumper is in really nice condition. There's no real wear on the steps on the back. There's sort of stepping on the top of the bumper. We've got rear camera up on here. Now, as I say, this licest, let me get that in focus. It runs all the way around because this is an area that gets scratched a lot. So it's going to give you plenty of protection. Now, with the tailgate, you'll notice that that's just dropped down really nice and softly. And that's because we fitted the lift and damper kit. So the damper allows the tailgate to drop down gently because these are about 25, 28 kilos. And then this torsion bar along the bottom there, when you go to lift it up, you can just lift it up really easily. You don't need to use 2 hands to lift it up. And you can see, in fact, let's open up this, just unlock it to the side. Which side is it? It's this side. And then you can push that forward. And then you can clip the strap onto the side here. So you can pull it back out. Now this is the paperwork. We've got both keys. Now there's an additional, with these roll tops, you can fit this catch here. I'll just show you, get that in focus. Now we can still fit this, but we weren't sure if someone was going to want that on the back there. And what that does, there's an additional latch or lock. You can see it that little bit just under the handle there that would clip on. So you have like a 3 positions of locking the roller shutter because it locks off at the sides, and then you can have that one locking off in the middle. You'll see that the bed is all covered in the licest, so all the way up the sides, over the top. And the benefit of the licest over a conventional plastic tray is that it's sprayed directly onto the bed, onto the paintwork. Now with the plastic trays, it allows for stones to get underneath, and any movement, it will scratch the bed, and then that will then rust and deteriorate. Where this goes straight onto the paintwork, you're not going to get that problem. So a lot more durable. I'm just going to come back out, try and give you Oh, I've just zoomed in instead. So all lovely and clean in there. Put that back over there. I'll just lift that up for now. As I say, that gives you that extra protection all around. And that actually finishes the side off really quite nicely. So we'll come back out and round. So we'll take a look inside now. Like I said, actually, I'll just show you. So you just press the button to lock the vehicle, press it again to unlock it. All of the door cards I've checked over, and you'll see that they're all in lovely condition. No scratches on there, no damage on the edge. Clean all the way down. All of the steps, there's no damage to the paintwork. We've got a new set of mats in there. All of the carpets, I'll get my head out of the way, all lovely and clean underneath. All of the leather seats are unmarked. There's no scratches or scuffs. And we've got the center armrest there as well. Driver's seat from this side. Got the cup holder there. Economy and power. Manual transmission. All of the dash. Really nice condition. Got the JBL premium sound system that Toyota use. Very good sound system. Got a lot of depth and good clarity as well. All really nice and tidy. The paintwork around the gear shift here is a metallic, so that's what those little sparkly bits are. It's not dusts or scratches, it's the metallic in the paint that's catching the light from outside. I'll show you more of inside the front when we come round. Near side door card, again, no damage. Speakers in there as well. Tiny little subtle, sort of like very subtle little dent there where someone, very minor. Now this strap that's just down there, I'm going to use that in just a second. All of the rear seats, let me just zoom, whoops, out. We've got Isofix in the back. If you need to put a child seat in, center armrests, 3 headrests at the back. Now if we pull this strap that I've just mentioned, we can then strap this up around the headrest, and you can do the same the other side. It's a 60-40 split, and it allows you to put something in the back should you need to. We've also got, oh, where is it? Bit of storage under here, the jack's on the other side. It's a bit dark in here, but all of the backs of the seats, really nice condition. So I'm going to come round to the other side. And again, door card, really nice condition. And then the door shut. And then inside, like I say, this seat lifts up as well. We had it lifted up a minute ago. That's why there's some creases on there. We had it strapped up, but I thought it was easier to show you with it down as I'm filming. So all nice and clean in there. All of the door edges all the way around are unmarked as well. There's no chipping on there. Just flip these lights off for a second to turn that alarm off. Got folding mirrors. Again, let's just get that in focus. Door card on this side. Mats. Electric seat on the driver's side, so height adjustment and also the tilt of the seat, and then backwards and forwards, and then the back. We'll move that back for me to get in. And then just down here, we've got, if I zoom in, preheat. So when you press that button, the engine just builds up its revs and will warm the car up quicker, will warm the engine up and also warm up the heating quicker. Parking sensors, the camera for the front, and a DPF button. So if the car starts to do a DPF clean, it comes up on the dash to tell you. It's got like a graph of how far it's through that clean. And if you need to, if you come to the end of your journey, for example, you can just press the DPF button and it will carry on cleaning it at idle. So quite handy. And you know it's being cleaned, which is quite nice. Cruise control, adaptive cruise control, lane assist or lane warning with your control, which we'll explain in just a second. So I'm going to jump in, start it up. You'll see that the mileage 9516. So the buttons on this side of the steering wheel, this is like, if I press it, you'll see what I mean. You can change what view it will take you to, so it's almost like a favourites view. Now along the top there, let's get this in focus and hold it still. If we use the up and down arrow, it will take you through the different screens. You can even put like fuel prices in, so it'll tell you how much you spent on fuel. This is where it will show you, if you turn the steering wheel, it will actually come round and it will show you the parking sensors. On that picture of the car, it'll bring up a little, in fact, if I put that on, and there's no one there, so, okay, but you can see before you turn, if you're in a tight spot, where the wheels are pointing. Let's just straighten that out, and then that comes back round. Now, there's this digital speedo, your AdBlue as well. Always important not to fill up the AdBlue until it's nearly empty. Don't keep topping it up because you want to put fresh AdBlue in each time. Now, if we go across to the right, got the navigation, then we've got the entertainment, sound system. Use the mode button on the left of the steering wheel here. We can go through to say DAB, etc. And if we go across one more, this will tell you the speed of the road that you're driving on. There's also a warning for that. When it changes, it will give you a dinging noise. Any messages. And if we go into settings, so we've got lane departure awareness, I think that is. If we go into there, your assist is off. If you turn it on, if you're on the motorway and you go to move across a lane without indicating, it takes over on the steering and pulls you back into the lane. I mean, you can sort of override it, but if you're indicating, it won't interfere. So if you're driving at night and you're quite tired, quite a handy thing to be able to put on. You can adjust the sensitivity. You've also got a sway warning. If we come out of there, this is the collision warning system. I forget what PCS, everyone's got their own version of it or wording. I think it's all copyrighted and everything, or trademarked. And then we've got the road speed awareness for the sign. I think you can get notification method. Yes, that turns off the speed warning. Notification method for excessive speed. I think that would probably stop it from when you're overtaking, allow you to overtake. And then if we go, where have I gone? Come back out of there. Come back out of there. And then the last one, I forgot which one this is, but it's one of the others. It'll be in the description somewhere. And then down here, this button is what we use, if I can get it in focus. This one here. When the cruise control is activated, it'll bring up the position of how close you are to the vehicle in front. The radar ready. Oh, there you go. It will show us. So you can select how close you want to be behind the car in front. Okay, and then the mode button and everything on this side for your telephone. Steering column on this will actually move, not just, if I just come out, up and down, but it will move in and out, which it didn't do on the earlier Toyota Hiluxes. Let's just get this back in. Got the clock up there. And then down here we've got the dual climate control. Like I say, the 22 plate here is the later one. They've changed this down here. This used to be for the fan speed. Now it's now dual climate and the fan speed in the center here. So slight change there to the 71 plate one that we have. And then we've got the full drive selection over here, which is nice and easy to use. And then we can turn on the diff lock, I think it is, with this one. Hill descent. IMT, now if I press that, that comes up. Let's turn that to cruise control off. I'll worry about that in a second. Oh, it's down here. Sorry, there you go. IMT, so intelligent manual transmission. So very handy if you're towing and you've got a lot of weight behind you, but you can also use this at any point. If you press that button, when you go to do a downshift on the vehicle, it will match the revs for that gear, so you don't get that sort of like the weight of the car pushing forward on the gearbox, and it makes for a much smoother gear change as well. So really nice feature. I'm guessing they've done that for when you're towing a heavy load, that you don't put all of that energy onto the clutch, so it matches the revs, and it's a little bit easier going on the clutch for the downshift. We've got the USB port just under here, so if you go into media or audio on here, when you've plugged your phone in, you will then get the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, so all of your phone will display up on here. In fact, if we go into menu, you see that there will be preferred service, Apple CarPlay, and then you've got all the different colours that you can change everything to in here. Let's leave it on red for a minute. I know the blue, it's a bit garish on the screen. Your audio, source, AM, FM, DAB, Miracast, etc. Now, reorder. I've not used that one before. Let's just press OK. See what happens. Oh, reorder the. Is that reorder? Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Channels, track. That's all quite straightforward. We've done all the buttons down there. We've got two 12-volt sockets down here. In the armrest, there is. I'm just gonna. I think it's actually. Let's make sure I'm not in gear. I can't really see in there at the moment. I think it's a 3-pin plug in there. I can't really see with my eyesight, but yeah, it's or a 2-pin plug, but 100-watt AC to 220 volt 2-pin plug. So if you want to run anything else in the car there, you can. We've got eco and power modes. Now when you're driving, there will be, and you're driving quite efficiently, not too hard, you'll get an eco down here. You can set it to be an only eco, which makes it a little bit flatter on the throttle, but it'll give you really good fuel consumption. Or the power mode, it does actually make quite a bit of difference. You can really feel the car surging forward, and it's a really strong engine, this. Moving over here, we've got an additional glove box here, and I don't know if you can see it, there's a little vent on the side there that you can switch open or shut, and that allows the cold air from the air conditioning in to cool any drinks or anything. We've got all the books in there, the service books in there, so that all gets stamped when it goes to Toyota. Locking wheel nut. And the other thing I wanted to show you, if we go into reverse, we've got the reverse camera here. We can, okay, now it's working because we've got the engine running. So we can select different views. So if I turn, that's for the different views, look, and you can see in the center there's a marker for like a tow bar if you've got one fitted, so you can have just where you're going to go in one color, nothing, or all those views. You've got the surround view or rear camera, and you can see all around. Now if we put it back into neutral for a second, down on this side, you remember we had the camera button. So when we press that, that's the front view, looking out there. And again, we can change, which one is it? Oh, so we can change the view over here actually for the markers of where we can see where we're going to turn to. And then over here, if we press auto, when you're driving the car and you slow down to a given speed, it'll automatically bring up these cameras depending whether you're in reverse or forward gear. I'll turn that off because I find it a little bit annoying in here, so we'll leave that. Actually no, we will leave that. Make your mind up, Scott. Cup holder, I think we've pretty much covered everything in here, but everything's in really nice condition. All the lights up on the top here, cubby hole, got all the mirrors nice and clean, speakers for your phone, and I give the toot on the horn. Dan's going to open the bonnet for me because it's quite heavy, so we'll just bring this back to the home menu and leave it there, the telephone and the navigation. Right, did I not? Oh no, I've pulled the petrol one. Right, we'll jump out. Thanks, Dan. I think I've opened the petrol flap. Alright, so we'll have a look under the bonnet. Like I say, around about 204 brake horsepower or thereabouts. Trying to hold this up so you can get a good view. You can see it's very bright in the showroom, so it's quite hard. There we go. Lovely and clean under there. So there's all of the engine bay. Just remind everyone, in case you fast forwarded, it's going to have a service with Toyota. Before it leaves us, drop that down. It's going to come back out. Now additionally, you can fit a bar. If you look on our website, we've got a 71 plate Hilux, and we fitted a bar that goes across the bottom there. A spoiler bar is the name. It's a wrapped up spoiler bar in black. We have one in stock if you wanted one. We'd fit it free. It comes at a small additional cost, but it's not a lot. So stunning example of the Toyota Hilux. We've got lots of different finance options. If you need finance, obviously the car comes with manufacturer's warranty for say up to 10 years. I hope the video has been really helpful. Thanks for watching and hope to speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.